Hi guys to everyone, I'm Ada from PoisonedRock and today we are with Pony from the thrash metal band Violator. Hi Pony, first of all, how's going on there in Brazil? How's there?
Things are really fucked up here.
Why?
First let me say that's a pleasure to be in this show, to meet you, and
Pleasure
for us in Violator, it's always a pleasure to be in touch. We always are very pleased to be in touch with people that keep going the underground culture, heavy metal culture. For us, all around the world, we see as a big community. So for us, it's a great pleasure. Thank you very much.
It's really
things are very fucked up here in Brazil because we have this fucking pandemic. This horrible pandemic. But it's not only the virus. The problem here in Brazil is that we've got a new fascist government. We've got an extreme right. You can call it the way you want it, but you got an extreme far right conservative asshole in the presidency of Brazil, and that leads us to 600,000 deaths. It's a lot.
Are you kidding? Really? So many people.
600,000 deaths. It's a lot of deaths.
Yeah.
We were really worried in the beginning of the pandemic when we were listening the news from Italy, because right on the beginning people were talking, they are dying 200 people a day, 300 people a day. There was a time here in Brazil that there was 3,000 people dying per day.
Per day? Oh my God! It's a lot.
So it's a lot. And it's not only Brazil only got 1% of the population of the world. Yes, but we died 10,000 more. We got 12%. We got 1% of the population, and we got 12% of the killings of COVID-19. So it's not only a disaster of nature. It's a project. It's a project of extermination here in Brazil.
It's like they want to cut all the population of the world.
So
I agree.
Things are not well in Brazil in a sense that if you ask me, things are not going well. But in these horrible ways, in these horrible times, these are precisely the times that we need to find strength. We need to produce. We need to keep our heads high. We need to
keep together.
Active and stick together. I think that this is lacking a lot in Brazil.
I completely agree.
But sorry for starting the interview so pessimistic.
It's like a talking.
The year is ending. The numbers are getting better, and we got some concerts for next year.
We will speak later. We'll speak later about that.
Hope we can do it. So there's a light in the end of the tunnel right now, I guess.
I think in Europe it's almost the same. Italy is a little bit better than the other country right now, but people here are stupid because they just go. The government, give just law, and they didn't care. So basically, here it's not probably the government, but it's the people. So it's the opposite. But speaking about things. I want to ask you. Say.
No, it's unbelievable the stupidity that we see over there in the North Global, because here we were dying for vaccines. We were please send us vaccines, and the government was working against vaccines. And over there you got the chance to vaccine, and people are dying, and the virus keep circulating because people are believing in stupid US bullshit.
The stupid theories, complotistic theories. I know, because here people really are like what the fuck, I don't want to get the vaccine, I'm worried. So you have the government begging for the people to get the first
you don't
dose.
have real problems to worry, so you gotta find something. You gotta be.
No, but but here are being a little bit like you say, like with authority, and putting some closure for pushing people to do the first vaccination. Even if we are like mostly almost 90% of people of Italian population covered, but they are trying to say you are locked down if you do not the vaccination. It's the opposite. It's a little bit the opposite, because most of the people are like, no, I don't want to because I'm worried, because I'm that. And it's fucking messed up. So we just here do whatever people. If you, for example, you go in some pub, I don't know, some clubs, no one is wearing masks. Nowhere we are all act together. We don't care, and it's not good, because if the government say one thing, people should respect it for their health and all the others' health. But speaking about Violator, is because I was waiting for interview for a little bit, so I wanted to ask you. You are active since first. I want to say first. Most of the questions are made by our co-worker. That is, he owns the biggest Italian fan club of Metallica. So it's like a trash culture in Italy.
Nice.
So the specific question is made is
perfect. We love a specific. We love a specific questions about thrash metal.
Greetings to Domenico, because it's Domenico. He did it. Right. So
I need to get something for him in my record collection over there. I don't know if I will be able to find some Italian thrash records that I love. Yeah, I will see if I can find it over there. Just quickly, but okay, let's go.
I would say that you are active since 2002. I wanted to know how Violator started as band. Okay. So how you formed it.
Yes, it's next year. It's 20 years of Violator.
Yeah, so, what the fuck? Yes. It's a lot.
But it seems like yesterday, in a lot of senses, I guess, in the passion that we feel about music, about thrash metal, about our culture. But we were in 2002. We were young kids at high school. And we have been playing together since 1999, but we had other name. It was called Metastasis.
Metastasis, the first
name. It's a horrible name. It's a horrible name. But we didn't. We never played. We never played live. We were just very, very young. We didn't know anybody in the underground scene, and those times were the times of the high peak of new metal. Do you remember that? Limp Bizkit,
Korn, Slipknot, of course.
We saw a lot of that in our school, in the local gigs over here, and it was the time also, which was one thing that was very popular from Italian bands also, which was melodic power metal, melodic metal.
God, yeah. Rhapsody of Fire.
Rhapsody. Yes, you remember. It was the time of that, a lot of that.
I don't like too much,
but they are good. And it was also a time of like symphonic black metal, Cradle of Filth, Dimmu Borgir,
not my things. I respect them, but not my things.
We hated everything. We hated. we wanted to be metalheads. We wanted to know we wanted to be heavy metal kids, but we hated what we saw in the heavy metal that surrounded us. We were very young. We didn't know the underground yet, the underground culture, the underground death metal scene. We didn't know that. We only knew that kind of stuff, and we hated. We hated with our teenage guts. We hated those things, and we started discovering old LPs, records, which at those times were very, very cheap, and nobody wanted to know about LPs in that time. It was like this is a thing of the past. Nobody cares about this anymore. People will never listen to this back, and in that in that time we found records of Creator, we found the records of Sepultura, we find the records of Exodus, and we discover
this trash way,
this old school trash, and it was the most honest, brutal, true thing. It was like you can be yourself. You don't have to be a character. You don't have you can be a kid. You can be and we were very young. We have 12, 13, 14 years those years.
Really?
So we were very young. We couldn't be like a character of like I'm a brutal death metal guy, you know. We were funny kids, nerd kids. So
but you wanted to have fun, of course.
Yeah, so we and then we went to like Anthrax, and you can smile, Nuclear Assault. You can have political lyrics. You can you can talk about reality. You can talk about real life.
I agree. Yes.
You can listen to punk rock. You can listen to hardcore music.
It's more close to the real life.
It was very separated. At least here in Brazil, things were very separated. The heavy metal scene and hardcore punk scene, it was two different worlds. And so that's the spirit of the beginning of Violator in 2002. And we started, we played a lot of, we rehearsed a lot, released a demo in 2002 called Killer Instinct. And then we never felt that we were special, you know. We never felt that you are a great band, we are the best band. We just wanted to be part of the underground culture. And then it was like, there's this thrash metal band in Paraguay, do you want to go there? We said yes, of course. And then we traveled 36 hours by bus.
Oh my god, 36 hours!
36 hours by bus from Brasilia to Paraguay, to Asunción in Paraguay, where people were drinking a lot of this, which is tereré. It's a South American match. Let's see, South American tea.
Okay, match. Yes.
And it was the first time we saw stage dives. We saw people with battle jackets with a lot of patches, and we saw, okay, yes, this is it. This is the thing we wanted to do. So we have been doing old school thrash metal with feeling a part of the underground scene since 2002. Next year is 20 years, and the biggest pleasure for us is to travel around the world. Have been in Japan, China, have been in Italy, have been in Europe a lot of times. And we were, for Brazilian heavy metal kids like us, this is beyond our biggest dreams, you know?
It's like any band from teenager guys from Italy went to South America. It's like a completely jump into the world. Yes, the first album has been released in 2006, Chemical Assault. What about the first album, and what it was for? The topic of this album, and the difference, especially between the first demo, because of course the demo mostly are like tough, rough, and the album is a little bit more clean. So
we gotta say, yes, we are celebrating 50. Sorry, I interrupt you.
No.
We are celebrating 15 years now of Chemical Assault, which is the most classic record of Violator now, and I guess it's probably we will never make anything again that I think it's going to be so remarkable as Chemical Assault, because of the time. It was really in the peak of this thrash revival, this return of thrash that we felt part of it.
Yeah, but also
we had the second demo in 2004, which was planned to be a second demo, and then it was released as an official EP, which is called Violent Mosh, which is already old school thrash metal to the bone. And then we released it in 2006. After doing our first Brazilian tour, we recorded and released Chemical Assault. With Chemical Assault, it was the record that we did our first South America tour. It was really a life-changing experience, a total. I think probably all of our lives divides in before and after this trip, which we were for 5 months in South America.
Oh my God, 5 months of touring?
5 months, yes. Yeah, 5 months of tour.
I was speaking today about 3 months of touring with my friends, and we were like, oh my God, it's supposed to be hard, 3 months of touring, but 5 months of touring.
But it's it's very different touring in South America than in touring in Europe. Totally different, because touring in Europe, it's German style, professional. Yeah. Monday to Monday, you have to play.
It's true.
This is the time.
You have no day off.
Here's the food. Come on, and let's go. And in South America, we only play Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Oh, this is amazing. You can chill at least.
We stay in the beaches. We stay sightseeing during the day. We were in the houses of headbangers. We were in the houses of mothers of headbangers, or in the houses of grandmothers of headbangers, you know.
Yeah, it was like that's the spirit.
What it's like, and
it's amazing.
And the treat is that we only the city should send us to the next city, and then we played and send us to the next city, send us to the next city, send us to the next city, and we left for 5 months. And to really know this incredible continent that we lived, and that was in the time of Chemical Assault, but beyond this experience of really connection with South America, which I think is an explanation of what Violator is. That was the time that we were really maniacs for thrash metal, you know. We only listened to thrash metal. I think I spent like 3 years of my life only listened to old school thrash metal, you know. Listen to do you know this obscure band from you know, an Eastern European country? Oh no, let's hear. So
all the underground.
Youth. It's a youth feeling. It's a youth. How can I say, obsession? Almost like a sexual. You know, like a. Which I think really combines with the album, and it's really what it stands for. It's ultra trash. It's ultra trash. We had to be careful not to call all the songs about trash. Track 1, Toxic Trash. Track 2, United for Trash. Track 3, Destined to Trash. Track 4, Order to Trash.
Just trash.
And you know that 15 years have passed. I think the band has evolved.
Of course.
In this tradition of old school trash, never letting the old school thrash metal tradition.
That's good.
But I think the album carries some how can I say, naivety. You know. You see the cover. You see the cover, it's like a color.
Color.
How do you say, the color of my daughter's pencil colors? You know?
The scratching books, like something like that.
It's a youth. It's a high school thrash metal record, and I think this works well for the record. But I think if we try nowadays to emulate something like that, to be like, let's do.
In this rough
thrash metal too, it will be so forced. It will be so, and I think a lot of bands of this thrash metal revival, just for later to end this long answer. Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I have the bad habit of talking too much. So
it's a talk.
Feel free to interrupt.
It's more a talk than an interview.
Feel free to interrupt or cut me anywhere you want. But I think it was this was kind of a jail for the thrash metal bands of our generation, because you have to be like party, thrash metal party, and you know, like 40-year-old guy saying, yes, party. It's starting to get a little bit ugly, a little bit pathetic, I guess, you know, like, so you and I think some bands, I don't want to say names, but I think some bands got a little prisoners of this, and I think Violator got another way,
another direction,
another way after Chemical Assault, but absolutely it's the primal stone. I don't know how to say it's the most important record,
because the other two albums came out in 2010 and 2013. So in the composition, in this the second and third album, stylistically, composition talking, what do you think to bring new? Bring something new in the sound, or was just all the same rough sound?
No, I think through the records we made an evolution of the. I think we made an evolution of the sounding. Of the sound of Chemical Assault, which is a sound which is very aggressive, technical, fast. You change riffs a lot. You play one thing, you go for the other. It's like it's old school Sepultura, thrash metal style. Creator from Extreme Aggression. It's like don't stop, go. And, no, and I think in the last material. And it was something that we didn't had the chance to create it. I think after when the world returns
to normality,
when the world returns after the end of the world, I hope we can do it. We didn't act. Actually, we didn't act something new. We went backwards. It was more regressive. More primitive, more simple, more, and it was this material here, right? This is the last record, and I think it carries a little bit of the.
It's completely.
Of the way. You can see the Slayer.
Slayer, but also possessed influences as well.
Worship.
But also
possessed. Slayer worship.
But also possessed. I see something of possessed.
Yes.
I see something of possessed.
Yes.
The first possessed of 7 churches, and I heard it possessed of Deep, the first demon.
I think that's the way we want to continue. That's the way we want to.
Of course.
Walk a little bit backwards in the sound.
Of course,
to get a little bit more primitive.
Yes,
but
more primordial, we can say. Yeah.
Yes, that's and because you talking in this topic, which is what is really challenging in a way of carrying. There's a lot of challenges of carrying a band for so long, for 19 years, now 20 years. But I think talking about music,
yes, of course.
in terms of music, in terms of songwriting, I think one challenge is that it's how you keep a band for so long. At the same time, you are so loyal to
your sound,
one genre. Like Violator cannot be. We cannot play modern metal shit. You know that it's not a. It's a. How can I say? It's a social. It's a social.
It's
boundary. It's a social boundary, which is bigger than my taste about metal, than the taste of the Capassa about metal. It's um compromisso social. Eu não sei. I don't know how to say that.
No, I understand it. It's like a.
Sabe? Então, português e italiano podem ser muito parecidos se a gente fala bem devagar, né?
Similar.
Mas enfim. So anyway, Violator is old school thrash metal. Period.
And
it
now,
won't change.
And now, speaking about old school, I want to know
old school thrash metal. It won't change. But how can we keep making music that it sounds interesting, that sounds powerful, that sounds at least that sounds. Oh, I heard this
before,
1,000 times and I don't care anymore. How do you sound like oh my God, I have listened to this 1,000 times. It's thrash metal, but I love it.
Yeah.
You know, that's the challenge.
Yeah, it's the challenge, but you're doing good. But since of course we were speaking about a lot of old thrash metal, and of course it's common me to ask you, it's normal for me to ask you about the specific influences of Violator. It's a thrash metal, okay, but which band especially is, and we can say the specific influenced your sound? You name it, some before.
Nice.
But going to the deep, into the deep.
I
usually
specifically.
Yeah, because usually I just say make these questions at the end. But since we were speaking about this, I'm going to do it now, and it's about just pick 5 bands that really influenced Violator.
Okay, 5 bands that explain a lot of Violator from the early days to nowadays. I think Creator. Creator, including the name Violator, came from from oh, let's find something that rhymes with Creator, you know,
Violator. It's the you can say it's more your influence came more from the German old thrash or the new Bay Area
American
thrash?
Right. I think what we tried a lot in the beginning of Violator was to make a nice mix between North American thrash metal, which we loved, was like bands like Violence, or even and with bands from Germany like Assassin, Creator, but in the end, I think that we had a lot of similarities. It was which was the most brutal bands from America, like Dark Angel. I guess it was like it's a huge influence that I could say, and I think a lot of Canadian metal and Canadian thrash metal explains a lot what Violator was trying to do, and I could quote 2 bands, Razor from the late 80s, records like Violent Restitution or Shotgun Justice, and Sacrifice. Sacrifice was a band that was very special to us and explains a lot of Violator, what was Violator trying to do, because when we started, there was this thing, you have to be like fun and North America, or you have to be evil and from Germany, and we look at that and we wanted something else, and I think maybe this Canadian or maybe the most brutal bands from North America, it's bands that explains a lot. There's one very forgotten band that I would like to leave as a recommendation. That was a very obscure band that we listened a lot in the early times of Violator. It's a band called Gamaside.
I never heard about
Gamaside.
Yeah,
it's a band from Texas from the late 80s. Maybe 89 and 19, this very brutal thrash metal in the changing from 80s from the changing from 80s from the 90s. It was a very big influence. And I think in this most recent years, and we are trying to do now, I would say Possessed, Slayer, and Death.
And I want to ask you your opinion, since you are, of course, you're playing on like 20 years, and you've been like you can say in a new era of thrash metal. But nowadays, in the last two years, I saw new thrash metal band pop out, and they are really young. Like I don't know, from Germany there are Dust Bolt, Lost Society from Finland, but if you I don't know, Evil Invaders from Belgium. They are really, they are really. But what do you think about this new, you can say, new again area of thrash metal? Because it's like thrash metal, it's like all over the world. Then it sleep a little bit, and then it comes up with new band that really break the bones. This kind of new band.
I'm really curious about it. About if it's going to happen another movement, another scene, another, as I was telling you in the beginning of our conversation, we always felt part of something bigger here in Brazil. At those times, we didn't know in the early beginning, but after in 2003, when the first year where Violator started playing in Brazil, there was a lot of old school thrash metal bands that we felt together. We felt like we were part of something together. By War, Farscape, Blast Trash, Total Mayhem. There was, well, it was a generation, you know. It was a generation. It was not like one band or four people, five people. It was a generation, and I'm really curious about it, if it's going to happen a new generation, not in a sense of isolated bands, of if it's going to happen as a generation. I don't see this happening in Brazil, you know, now. But
no, I think it's more because in the United States there are bands like Warbringer, for example, but they are playing for a lot as well. But
yes, they are already from our generation.
Yeah,
there was those nice guys of what was the name of?
There was two British, one was from Ireland, maybe, and one from was a Bio, Gamma Bomb. There was all from your period, I think.
Yes. No, but there are some new bands that I think are really, really good from Europe that I really recommend. It's Necromantion.
Necromantion,
you know,
yes.
Necromantion are really good. Antichrist.
Yeah, Antichrist, yeah.
I think they are both from Scandinavian countries, right? I don't know what out countries, because I really mix them.
Yeah.
But they are new bands that I found it. I think it's really good. And there's a very, very new band which is amazing, it's Schizophrenia. I think they are from Belgium.
Schizophrenia, yes.
They are really good bands, really good bands. But I don't know. I think I think you tried a little bit in Europe, this coming back of things, but I think we have to wait till next year to see how is the world coming back, how things are coming back, and then how what's going to be the scene after the end of the world. Now all there is are more than anything are internet speculations. Everything is in the internet. People talking in the internet and releasing records in the internet and talking in the internet. But this is not enough to make a scene. You have to make a counterculture, our subculture.
For example, you
have to have a living, concerts happening, bands traveling,
of course,
festivals happening,
and do interview in a person, of course. Yes, it is being under the stage.
And after that, we will see that what happened, what will be the bands that people are interested. You know, I think because in Europe the things are in a very huge market. You know, it's it's more, we can say, attached to, they work too much for earning too much as well. Yes, but and you can see that in metal community. Maybe that's different in south of Italy, but here we don't have any. Yes, but in Central Europe, you have all this like a market working of the scene, which you have the festivals, you have to have the new records, you have to have new bands, you have to have the pictures, you have to have, and everything works as a machinery almost. And this is not enough to see what's good and not good for our scene. I think the underground needs to be rebuilt. The next year we need to rebuild the underground scene with living people, not only in the internet. Of course. And I think after maybe after that we will see what what will happen.
going?
I think it's too early to say it will be there will be a trash scene, there will be death metal scene. I see a lot of interesting things happening in the underground death metal scene. Death metal, I think it's the much more consistent subgenre, much more solid in the underground than thrash metal, I think. But anyway, I think we have to wait and see.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure.
I really hope that, for example, in Brazil, I really wish that we could have, like in the next year, a very youth engaged in hardcore punk music, you know. I would love to see that, kids enjoying and playing hardcore punk and saying fuck off and die to everybody, and I want to play grindcore, but I'm not the youth anymore, you know.
Sometimes it's good to see that as well.
And so we have to wait and see. Be part of it, support as we can. But I think it's too early to say what the shape will be. I hope there's anything, and we not and people like you and me are not the last ones with the flags.
Oh my god, like... I don't think so. There are a lot of people outside that are really fighting and struggling right now, as far as I can see, even the biggest band. But I heard about a split that you did with the municipal waste and Evil, if I'm not wrong.
There was this compilation of Earache we were together, yes. Because Chemical Assault was released, Chemical Assault was released by Earache, but we did only like a license thing, because we always stick with a record label from Brazil. We always stick with this guy, which is a guy, it's a underground local label from our city. We really are proud of this decision, because at those time of this compilation and all these big labels were reaching for Violator. There was this German guy that flew to Argentina for a concert to us with a contract. Here's the contract of Nuclear Blast. Your lives will change, you know, and they say,
but you know what? When this huge label just wanted you, most of them, I'm not saying every big label, but of course, labels maybe say you have to do like this, you have to write song like that. Yes. And I see that many musicians, especially, I see only that you are the first one to tell me, for example, from thrash metal, I see only in folk Nordic music, they are stick with their own label and they say, I don't care if we don't sell. We are like that and we don't want to change. So they prefer
Maybe if Chemical Assault wasn't released by Earache, we wouldn't be able to get all the visibility that we got, and maybe even this interview wouldn't be happening. But I don't know. The choice at those times was not to sign a deal with any big record label from the north. Only a license for 5 years for Chemical Assault, and the participation on this Thrashing Like a Maniac. It was the name of the compilation. But as I was talking, as we were talking before, it was a problem of the generation of thrash metal bands, but also a problem of how things work in Europe. In my perspective, my humble perspective, you know. Ada and all my friends that are hearing this interview, this is only my humble my humble opinion. But you know, you never had a Thrashing Like a Maniac compilation part 2, you know, because the next compilation was like a heavy metal compilation with traditional heavy metal with Enforcer. Which Enforcer is fucking great. It's a great band. Olaf is a great friend of ours, also great band. But it was like this movement. Like you have the thrash hype now. you have to change to another thing, and then now it's black metal with hoods, you know, and the next summer it will be something else, you know, because you need to change by the market structure, and I think that's not the way that the underground should function.
Yeah,
so,
of course. I agree.
You know, the experience with Earache, it was really good for the visibility that the band got. But at the end of the day, I'm really glad about the choices we made to always stick with the underground. At least to nowadays. I don't know. The future is unwritten.
And this is the future, because before ending the interview, I want just to ask you which are the current plan of and the future plan of Violator.
Nice. We have 3 festivals in Europe.
Oh, really?
They are the first concerts after the end of the world that we plan to do. But you know what? They are 3 fucking amazing festivals. It will be a dream. We are going to when we travel to playing in these festivals in Europe. We will always try to have a deal with the organization for us to spend the most days in the festival and have like 30 or 40 or 50 beers per day for us to be there, seeing the concerts, already 2 times we had the pleasure of playing the festival and partying all the festival and playing in the after party. Playing the after party of the festival only for the guys that works in the festival. It was very, very
so
good
you
experience.
are confirmed for this festival already?
So we are confirmed for 3 festivals. It's Pit Fest in Netherlands.
Okay.
With a lot of great bands. Crypt Slaughter.
It's good.
Repulsion. Toy Dolls, At the Gates. It's an amazing lineup. And after that, we have a festival in Germany. It's That's a Rock, the name of the festival.
Okay.
Other years they had great bands like Halas, which is I don't know if you like them or you know them. It's very nerd proggy, like 70s, very psychedelic, hippie, sci-fi, very good. But after that we had a Sweden Rock Fest in Sweden.
That's great.
In the same night with Merciful Fate. So we are going. We are going to play, and after that we'll be seeing. We'll be seeing the King.
Fate will be there.
All of us will be in the honor of the King. But you know what? It's so hard to make these plans. To believe that it's going to be true, you know.
Right now it's going.
I almost don't leave not to go to the bakery store, and I'm planning on playing with Merciful Fate on Sweden. So it's very crazy. I don't know if this is going to happen now. It's bad days in Germany again, right? So. It's very the things are very uncertain. That's what we got, and we are planning on a new record.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, we want to do a full length now. We are working on 8 or 9 new songs, but we have to be together.
Of course.
We are. I have seen in this pandemic a lot of people, a lot of bands that know how to work well. Like this in the internet, with phones, and
but it's not the same. It's not the same anyway.
We simply are not like that. We are not able to be like that. We want to be together, rehearsing, playing, drinking, smoking, and that's how we do it. So
Yes, for sure.
we have a lot of material already for a full length record. We don't want to do a single. We don't want to do an EP. We want to do a full
length and
record,
go straight.
full length. Yes. Even though people
Fresh
don't
in the
listen
soul.
to, even though people don't listen to that anymore, we don't care. We 8 songs, you know, like fuck it.
You will listen.
In the seventh, in the end of the 7th song, it will be the best part of the record. Only a few people will get there, because in these days of clicking, it's so fast. So we don't care. We want to do that, but and Kapasa, our guitar player, he's living there in Europe. He lives in Ireland.
So it's really tough being him in Ireland.
He was supposed to be here in the middle of the year, but the things were fucked up. He couldn't come. He was supposed to be here in the end of the year, but things was not possible. So he's planning a visit in the next year. We are waiting to see. But only one more time, only to conclude this answer, this long answer, Ada. I think maybe that's a positive difference about Violator, between Violator and other bands, especially bands from Europe, bands from the place that you talk, because and that was one of the secrets that made possible for Violator to live for 20 years, because we started as young kids in the high school. We went through times that we said, fuck off life, let's quit our colleges and let's travel 5 months in South America. And now there's times that we have fathers of. I am a father. Kapasa is father of 2 kids. His newborn kid Mariana, she has just born now, and it's a familiar thing. And if Kapasa says, guys, I'm not going to be able now, we will say, okay, that's no problem. That's we will meet again when it's possible. You know, so
it's not
and so there's no hush of like we have to do.
You take your time. You take your time.
We have this concert scheduled for Europe, and we really want to do a record. We really want to do it, and we do it when it's possible. When it's
more spontaneous. It's more spontaneous. Spontaneously.
Spontaneously. That's the secret of Violator. I'm glad that you say that, because I think that's what explained the band.
That's amazing. I just want to say thank to you, Poney, for giving this opportunity to interview you, and it was really a pleasure and a talk. Finally, in a cozy place, and we can say with finally a huge band, thrash metal, that you keep it. And I hope to see you in Europe next summer or next year, because
it will be a
we will be surrounded. We will be traveling around the festival as well, doing interviews. So who knows? Next time we will have a beer.
Yes, and life is long. Life is long.
And play as well in some after concerts. For us, as well. So.
For us in the underworld, the life can be long, and we can meet a lot of times, and these partnerships sometimes are things that we carry for life, you know, and that's the most pleasurable things. Like when we travel to Europe, and then there's a guy who went to the concert in 2008, and we were there, and we are together with a band, and this is, I think we see it as an international community, an international friendship community.
Yes, I agree.
There are 2 things that I would like to comment before we finish. Okay. For your very, very geeky friend of thrash metal, just a comment that Italy had got one of the best thrash metal bands in the world. The two records that I think it's really, really great. It's Necrodeath.
Wait, just make it, because they released their book.
Find it.
They released a book.
Nice.
It was released the 18th of November, and I am inside this book as well. So
nice.
We are really close friends of Necrodeath. Yeah,
nice. They are nice people. So
yes,
I have to find over there in my record over there. Then I can send you a picture. But Fragments of Insanity.
Fragments of fucking amazing.
The record, right?
Yeah, they are amazing
very
people.
Good.
They are really we brought Necrodeath here in Sicily when we first were an organization, so we had Necrodeath here as well.
Nice.
10 years ago almost, we made a live streaming with Necrodeath for the album as well, with a singer Fledges. They are really people that you can consider as friends, brothers. They really, and we stay in touch for 10 years. Today we just speak. How are you? I was. What did you do today?
Friendship, as we were friendship, as we were talking.
Yeah.
But and there's this other band which is called Schizo.
Schizo.
You know?
Yeah, they are.
I have the record here, and the cover is very beautiful. It's like a death playing violin with a bomb. Yeah. Right, it's very, very extreme record.
I completely agree. Yes,
it's very, very good. And Italy has also like the best hardcore punk scene of Europe. One of the best, like Negazione.
I advise you
Lo spirito continua.
I advise you one thrash metal band. One thrash metal band from Italy, Bulldozer.
Bulldozer, claro.
Yes.
Bulldozer o cara é um figuraço. Dario.
Yeah.
Né, tem e como que é o nome do disco? Como que é o nome do disco clássico do Bulldozer, cara? Mas what's the name of the most classic record? The covers are really great.
I don't remember actually, but
it's Venom, Italian Venom.
Really
great, really great.
Yeah, it's cool, you know, a lot of culture in thrash metal.
And the last thing that I didn't talk to you about it, but it's no problem. But I should mention anyway, because it was how can I say, it was It was an accomplishment in this pandemic that we couldn't play, we couldn't rehearse, so we didn't even get together. But we released a book.
You released a book?
Yes, we released a book about our visit in China. It's called Violator na China.
And it's beautiful.
It's in English.
That's beautiful.
They're very cool. There are very cool pictures of our drummer, and it's in English Portuguese. It's bilingual. This is the how do you say the it's the I don't what's the name of the drink with the deer drinking what's the name it's the I forgot it.
It's okay but it's amazing you released
anyway,
the book.
Yes there's some very nice we're going to read this, but it was a very nice experience. It's a tour report about our visit in China.
It's also a good thing for the fan for knowing more about you. Who
yes,
wrote the book?
I felt it was important to write about it. For especially for two things. One was to, in a way of recovering that underground reading, which was very common when we started in zines, in fanzines and web zines, And nowadays it's concert reviews. Record reviews, it's almost died, it's everything on TikTok, I don't know, or something like that, and the tour reporting was a long tradition of our culture. We in this tour that I told you that we spent on 5 months in South America, I wrote a lot about it, and people were following the week reports, and we were talking about how the places were. So it was a tradition that we really want to get back and try to write something more
you did at the same time of Necrodeath, basically.
Yeah. But ours is just a very small report. And the other thing, it was like to say about this
People are
this
insane there.
this universality,
Yeah.
this universality. I don't
Yeah,
know how
yeah,
to say.
yeah.
A universalidade.
Yeah.
La universalità.
Yes, you say it in Italian, right?
Do heavy metal of the
Yeah.
metal culture, you know. It doesn't matter if you are from Brazil
No,
in the
no,
middle
no.
of the jungle, or you are there in south of Italy, or you are in China. There's
Yeah.
a thing that connects us.
It's
which
like a
is-
big family. Yeah.
it's very beautiful. It's very beautiful. That's the message that I wanted to end anyway, and
beautiful.
and especially because people had a lot of prejudice with China, and
Yeah.
they talk a lot of things about they have never been there. They know it's the other side of the world. It's another culture. It's
Yeah,
totally
it's
fucking
true.
different, and people are very easy on talking about things they don't know, talking
Yeah,
about
no,
things
no, that's for sure.
they didn't see for themselves. So the book is an effort on that thing also of
That's
a report of what we saw in China.
That's amazing. Where the fan could find that the book?
You can buy it worldwide. You can buy it in the Violator Bandcamp.
Okay, perfect.
Violatortrash.bandcamp.com.
Yeah. I will put it in the description of the interview. Okay, so
I'm very
it's beautiful.
proud.
Even the art cover.
I'm sorry about bringing it, but just because
No,
I'm
no,
very proud of the
it's a
result.
good thing. It's just like a little tip plus. It's a good thing, and I wanted to read it as well. Of course, it's beautiful.
Yes, you have to get a copy.
Yeah, of course I want. And I will give a one to our trasholic writer, we can say.
Yes.
So thank you so much, Bonnie, and let's see you in Europe for some gigs, and have a nice day, and happy birthday to your mom. All right.
Okay.
So
thank you very much, Ada. Thank you.
It has been a pleasure.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah. So see you soon then. Bye, Bonnie.
See you soon. Thank you very much.
Bye.